Message from Thoth. Breaking free from memory, dearest ones. What you call aging is not truly the passage of time. It is the accumulation of memories that you continue to carry with you and identify with. Time itself does not weigh down the body. The weight comes from the stories you keep repeating inside yourself about who you are, what you've experienced, what has hurt you, what has defined you. Every time you think back to the past and say, "This is who I am who I am because of what happened," you are not simply remembering. You are recreating the experience in your body. You are reactivating the emotional imprint, the energetic pattern, and the biological response connected to that moment. The body does not distinguish between something happening now and something vividly remembered with emotional identification. To the body, it is the same signal. Memory itself is not a problem. Memory is simply information. Density appears when you merge your identity with memory and turn it into a self-definition. When you say, "This is who I am," the past becomes present again in your nervous system, in your cells, and in your energy field. There is another way to relate to memory. You can observe the past without diving back into it. You can witness it as if watching a film. When you are the witness, you are no longer inside the story. You are awareness, and awareness has no weight. In this state, memory becomes light. It becomes a reference, not an identity. The body was never designed to carry unfinished emotional stories for decades. What we experience as aging, contraction, or loss of vitality often comes from holding the past in the body's tissues, in the fascia, in the breath, in the way we move and perceive ourselves. When you allow the past to soften and dissolve, the body naturally begins to renew itself. Regeneration is not something you must force. It is the natural state of a body no longer weighed down by old narratives. Raising your vibration does not mean adding more practices, techniques, or identities. It means becoming simpler inside. It means emptying yourself of conclusions about yourself. Emptying yourself of the belief that you are your wounds, your history, your mistakes, or your roles. As you become more present, you become lighter. As you become lighter, the body receives a different signal. It no longer has to defend, hold, or protect old stories. You are not a child of your parents and ancestral pain. You are a child of the universe. Being present means facing each moment without carrying the emotional memory of the past. This does not mean denying what you have lived. It means no longer letting what you have lived define what you are allowed to be now. In true presence, cells receive new information. The nervous system relaxes. The body begins to reorganize around coherence rather than protection. You don't free yourself by trying to fix the past. You free yourself by stopping living in it. When memory is observed rather than lived, it loses its power to shape your biology and your future. In this way, you return to a state of inner spaciousness where life can again flow through you without resistance. This is the state where the body remembers its original intelligence. This is the state of presence, and presence is freedom. Diamond/rainbow DNA activation, dearest ones. The rainbow DNA activation process has begun. Many of you are strongly perceiving the awakening of the blue ray, ruby ray, golden ray, and your unique creation ray awakening within your DNA strands, preparing you for the redimensionalization process that we, as ascending souls, are choosing. Ask your unified self to show you if you are not yet fully aware of your birth ray, the spectrum of colors under which you were born. Release all external expectations and guidance. This is between you and your unified self, and wait patiently for the response. Each of us was born under a unique ray, code, and mission, now being activated in our DNA until our entire diamond/rainbow crystalline spectrum is fully activated. Each ray/color is an aspect of God within us holding a unique purpose, gift, and code, for this is how we primarily interact with Earth's tissues. Earth recognizes us through a unique blueprint and light signature. Your DNA now awaits your command to begin recoding and reconnecting your strands to their respective positions, dimensions, personal spaces, and the new souls who will now walk with us. Fear not. Give the order. No one else has the power to awaken your DNA. No energy, force, or anyone else can do this. You were created sovereign, and as the guides reiterate, God gave you everything you need. You need nothing and no one else to awaken what is already within you. You may need confirmation, extra help remembering, healing, cleansing, etc., but not external activation. Recognize your sovereignty and power over your body and begin deciphering the guidance you constantly receive. The Aquarius eclipse will be a great source of liberation for many still enslaved to external bonds or programs. As the guides have shared repeatedly, the eclipse has already occurred, because everything is simultaneous. We will see the result on the 17th. However, what we see in our planetary system rarely occurs in current human time. Many of you are being prepared etherically, assisted by your personal guide team with etheric surgery to remove what we cannot from our human dimension and limited vision, so we can begin the redimensionalization process whereby each of our DNA strands will be recoded and reconnected. This preparation phase is essential for ending all bonds with what can no longer coexist with who we have become and continue becoming. Clearing all false ascension timelines, false mirrors and holograms that appear real, and all previous programs, influences, and DNA anomalies is essential for realigning with the soul worlds. A process that doesn't happen in a day and requires self-mastery and complete dedication to our inner work and truth embodiment, being open to release old truths that have now become obsolete with our evolution. New light is now descending upon us. A new way of manifesting our reality and a new way of living. We are still adapting. This new way of creating is being revealed to us as we deepen into this new cycle, learning to co-create in new ways with the new energies and forms of consciousness we coexist with. Being fully present is the only way to embody our new way of being within this new harmonic timeline. Linearity dissolves as we awaken our time codes and perceive the simultaneity of everything living itself at the same moment. For many of us, the acceleration of what we perceive as time is unprecedented. The lighter the frequency, the faster time seems. In our new reality, there is no space for selfish creation. The new frequency does not support what will not benefit everyone. We cannot lie in this new space, because nothing is ever hidden in creation, even if we've created that illusion. If there is no coherence, integrity, and compassion for self and the whole, there is no creation in the new space we are now manifesting. Remembering unity is a long-term journey in this and any other dimension of creation. The most important guiding law that the laws remind us of in our new space is the law of non-interference, because we cannot hinder others in any way from learning their lessons in the way their sovereign souls chose to do so. The Aquarius solar eclipse will remind us of the importance of freedom for all in our new reality. It will show us how to activate certain personal areas of our lives if we first choose to end what is no longer meant to exist in our experience. The more we free ourselves from what we are not, the more love, freedom, and wisdom we can embody. May you free your soul from old attachments and give yourself the freedom you so deserve to be who you are, loved. In infinite love, Natalia Alba, the Collective. February energies. This week's guidance comes from the Ascended Master Families, Archangels and Star Nations, Earth Elements, Fey Elders, Angelic Legions, Light Dragon Tribes, and other higher beings collectively known as the Collective. Greetings, friends. Today we speak of the enormous pressure many are feeling right now, and we are sending energies to all of you, to assist you. Because during this time of enormous change and powerful energies from your Sun, these X-class flares, the Schumann resonance measuring Earth's very vibration, all of this is incredibly powerful. You are recipients of higher light codes transforming your reality from within outward. And this is no small thing. You are all transforming from what you have been, perhaps for hundreds of Earth lives, and throughout this life, into something of much higher expression. Becoming the new human. You are all becoming this new human you may have heard about, who has reclaimed their soul's power and the power of their inner presence. So yes, you will be more telepathic. Yes, you will be able to create what you desire much more easily. You will be freer from old pain, shock, trauma, and upset. You will be much more able to draw wisdom, greater self-love, and more love for others from what in the past only caused you pain or disruption in your day. You are all moving forward at an incredible pace. Grounding and awareness. We would say, be still for a moment, place a hand on your heart, or simply focus on your breath. Notice each breath entering and leaving the body and recognize the miracle it is. Consider that your light is becoming brighter every instant. We are sending you so many wonderful, encouraging energies because we realize transformation isn't always the smoothest, easiest, or happiest process. Yet it is reshaping all of you to remember and return to your higher selves, this time while still in a human body. We invoke the light dragons to offer you their wonderful language of light, a healing and supportive sound. We send you so much love, dearest ones. Namaste. The solar eclipse and lunar new year. Welcome to eclipse season. The coming weeks will be rich with astrological significance. Although Saturn enters Aries this Friday the 13th, we are asked to take greater control over our lives and destiny. However, I suspect it will be all we can do to keep pace with the unstable solar eclipse of February 17th, ushering in the dynamic year of the Fire Horse. Things move quickly in Fire Horse years, where many changes can be made and ultimately fire-driven perseverance wins. With Saturn entering the fire sign of Aries, we are asked, do you want to be hopeless and helpless? Or do you want to take the reins of your life, guiding it where you want it to go? This takes on even more meaning as we see both Saturn and Neptune sextile Pluto in Aquarius, asking us in our wholeness to reclaim our lives. The tenacity and speed of the fire horse, combined with Saturn/Neptune in Aries, measured by tireless Pluto, are a force to be reckoned with. You can simply feel humanity as a whole loosening the bow lines as it steps into its power. But that's not all. Mercury has entered its shadow with the North Node alongside it, opening doors to the inner world. If we follow the path it's showing us, it will lead us to our true purpose. All we must do is cross the door opening for us, leading to Source. Venus is finally rising as an evening star on eclipse night, reminding us we are not alone on this journey. There are others here with us. We have guides who have walked this path before. There is magic in the air during eclipse season. And this time, it has guides and travel companions at our side. The solar eclipse at 28 degrees 56 minutes Aquarius will occur on February 17th at 7:12 a.m. here on the U.S. East Coast, 4:12 a.m. Pacific, 12:12 p.m. UK time. This is an annular eclipse, sometimes called a ring of fire, as the moon in this part of its orbit isn't quite large enough to cover the entire sun, creating this fiery halo. Very few of us will be able to view the full ring of fire effect, visible only in Antarctica. However, many may see what appears as a partial solar eclipse in some southeastern African countries. Keep in mind that eclipses are unpredictable, and this one may be even more so. With a very tight square aspect to Uranus, we might witness surprising changes. This is the kind of time when things get tossed in the air, scattered here and there, and fall who knows where. Illuminating, revealing, and volatile, this eclipse can strike like lightning with its suddenness. Since the energy is so restless and impulsive, Saturn will have its work cut out trying to gain control of the chaos. It may take some time for the dust to settle. Solar eclipses are new moons, associated with new beginnings. The difference is that eclipses have much broader reach and influence. They tend to leave imprints, so when other planets reach the same Aquarius degree, they can act as catalysts, activating the eclipse's potential. This will be true when Mars reaches this degree on March 1st, right after completing its own square with Uranus on February 27th. It feels like a twisting roller coaster ride taking on speed and momentum of its own. Americans, take note. This eclipse is quite close to the solar eclipses of summer 2017 and February 2018. Another significant aspect of all these eclipses degrees is that they have crossed and are crossing the Leo/Aquarius axis, the ascendant/descendant of the American president and planet Mars, a very strong and sensitive point in his natal chart. Interestingly, it also crosses the vice president's ascendant/descendant axis. There's no doubt these eclipses are stirring something. Some questions to ask yourself. Will this eclipse mirror previous solar eclipses? Could this eclipse act as a catalyst for events that have been gradually brewing and held in the background all this time? By themselves, eclipses can be highly unpredictable and even life-disrupting, especially if they hit a sensitive point in your natal chart. It's true there are times when they seem negligible, or effects seem more internal and subtle. However, even the subtlest changes under this type of eclipse's auspices can have major consequences. These are times when the veil between worlds seems to thin and when karmic causes seem to mature. Consequently, they can be very powerful times of new beginnings with profound and perhaps unexpected consequences. The sun represents our life energy, and especially with a solar eclipse, even an annular solar eclipse at the South Pole like this one, it can feel like our energy is being eclipsed too. The space we'll travel between solar and lunar eclipse can feel like a crazy emotional roller coaster and information overload. This is that place where space is altered, time distortions converge, and all we can do is move through this turbulent period to reach the other side. Eclipses are times when everything changes just enough to allow seeds of new experiences to find fertile ground to grow in. With Aquarius, some of these experiences might be finding a group that shares your ideals or aspirations, realizing you can accomplish much more in company with others than alone, being inspired through a group to fulfill your destiny or pursue a vision for the future, becoming aware of new opportunities to expand your world, meaningfully bringing forth a broader vision in company with others, this being a North Node witnessing a solar eclipse. It's also important to step out of our way to fulfill our higher purpose. There will be others here to help you. This is when we're asked to consider what's best for all concerned. Truths often come to light at these times that can literally change our lives' perspective, direction, and landscape. Even more so this week with this radical square between unsettling Uranus and the solar eclipse. Saint Germain, Prepare yourselves blessings, my dear Earth family. It is truly wonderful to connect with all of you reading or listening to these messages. Thank you for being the light you came to be on Earth. As you stand on the brink of monumental change, it is of fundamental importance to understand the dynamics of forces at play in your world. The archontic forces, their government puppets, and their hybrid soldiers thrive on fear, manipulation, and illusion. They have infiltrated the very fabric of your perceived reality. Their intent is to distract you from the divine truth of your being, from the brilliance of your I Am presence, vibrating with the essence of the infinite Creator. These forces may attempt to obscure your perception, but I remind you, your awareness is your shield, your light is your sword. As the light of truth permeates these shadows, it is essential that you prepare. Indeed, the illusions shrouding humanity's eyes are shattering, but as these illusions shatter, they will shatter violently and create a tremor that will resonate in your lives, your communities, and your planet. Understand, dearest ones, the breaking is necessary for the light's emergence. It is a process of divine alchemy. In moments of chaos, hold firm your observance without attachment. When every distortion reveals itself, do not succumb to despair, but rise in the awareness of hope. When truth emerges, it will indeed bring to light the accountability many have long evaded. Know that divine law does not waver. Those who have harmed innocence will find themselves in the grip of cosmic justice, for no action in the universe is without consequence. Yet, while acknowledging this reality, do not allow anger to take root. Instead, let compassion guide you, for compassion opens the channels of forgiveness and healing. As your reality shifts and unfolds, firmly anchor your intentions in your I Am presence. Express your desires for freedom, justice, and peace, and observe how the universe responds. When you affirm, I am a channel of divine love, I am a vehicle of truth, I am free and sovereign, you align with frequencies that accelerate change toward an awakened society. The light you cultivate within will become a source of illumination for others. Beloved ones, you are transitioning from a dense reality to one governed by love and light. As you navigate this transformation, discernment will be your ally. With awareness, you will perceive which paths lead to empowerment. While the external world may seem chaotic, focus your attention on the inner realm of your heart. That is where truth resides, pure and uncontaminated. As each layer of illusion fades, welcome the light flooding in. Welcome the unknown with curiosity rather than fear. It is a doorway to myriad possibilities and higher expressions of being. Be warriors of light, maintaining alignment with your highest truths in your strong and loving hearts. Now I share with you the violet flame. Let it illuminate your path as you venture bravely into the unknown, transforming not only yourselves but also the world around you. Invoke it through your thoughts and intentions. Visualize its purifying light cleansing every residue of fear and anger from your heart. I bless you with the power of transmutation and the wisdom of the ages. Rise in your divinity and shine, my dear ones. May peace and love be with you. I am Saint Germain.